And it's Friday, guys, the most wanted day for the lazy people. I would say like that, right? Because I was looking at a quote, I think it was last week, and it was saying, every day we want our life to finish quicker. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't want to die. But when you think like, oh, I want to get this day over because I don't like this day. I want to go to the weekend. Oh no, it's Monday again. Oh no, it's this and that. So if you think in a sense, yes, we are sort of making it okay. We want to get it over from here as soon as possible because this is what we want. We only want Fridays and holidays and weekends. Don't get me wrong, weekends are super good, but you need to, put your head down and work during the week so you can have a big holiday. You can have a big holiday after 8 weeks, let's say. I like to work like that. 8 weeks is straight off working and then holiday. 8 weeks work, holiday. I like to do it like that. If you prefer to do it your way, that's fine. It's just, something that came to my mind. But today, what I'm here to talk about is the ECB. We had my webinar yesterday, Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. on Sydney time. It was very, very cool, and I have a big news. Lots of people were asking me to backtest fundamental, and how do some people backtest fundamental analysis? Well, not a problem. We're gonna do that using FinLogic's economic calendar on Tuesday. So stay tuned. Register yourself already. Go to ACY website and register yourself already to don't miss this opportunity on how to trade fundamentals, okay, and how to look at back onto an event happening. Okay, let's go. I have the numbers here, but pretty standard, guys. ECB interest rate decision for March. The consensus was 4.5. And the actual came in at 4.5. The deposit, the depot, they call the depot, D-O-P-O, that's the deposit facility rate, came in as 4, as the consensus was 4. ECB marginal lending facility came in as 4.75, same as the previous. And the most important ECB monetary policy statement, and this is what I want to talk about as well, I want to talk about the ECB press conference. On the press conference and on the monetary statement, Lagarde initiated just reading it. To be honest, she just wrote, she wrote it and then she read it. So nothing too crazy. On the first hour and 15 minutes, I would say, we did have a very weak euro. Why is that? Because she started to mention that the inflation, it is coming down in a slower pace. Okay, from December, January, February, now we have March. December came in from 2.8 to 2.7 to 2.6. 2.9, 2.8 and 2.6. Okay, so December, January, February. So we are coming down, right? We are coming down on inflation in a sense of it's not that much, but it is coming down. Food prices have increased inflation. Goods and services have decreased the inflation. The only thing that have decreased more inflation, it is the energy prices. Okay, and when she mentioned that this is the only thing that can come up with a high inflation again, would be the energy prices going up with the tensions on the Middle East. Okay, so everyone thinks it's all over on the Middle East. Everything thinks it's all over about Russia and Ukraine. It's not. There is a lot of effect happening still on the economy, especially on Germany, as well on Russia, and as well on Ukraine, Israel, and the group Hamas. Okay, so there are lots and lots of things happening that the energy prices can be a bit crazy those times. So she mentions energy prices has came down, so the inflation did as well. But if we start to have higher energy prices, then this may be a problem for the inflation, and inflation can come to an uptick. Okay, so this is what she mentioned on the press conference. And then we had some questions, people asking about, will the ECB follow the Fed? And she gave an answer a little bit like, I'm gonna say as she said. ECB is a central bank. It's outside of any other central bank. So we take our own responsibilities and we take our own matters if we want, when we want. So, sort of those words out there. What she mentioned about that is that the central bank is, let's say, decentralized from other central banks. They take independently decisions on what they will do. Okay, so it's an independent organ of the European continent. And that means that they won't be following the Fed. And when it comes to rate cuts, this is when the euro starts to picking up, because on the first hour when we saw the inflation coming down on the last 3 months, euro weakness. Okay, but when she mentioned about rate cuts, that they are not looking at to it right now, and it didn't even have a discuss it on this at the meeting, this makes the euro stronger. Okay, why? Because the Fed is discussing already. All right, euro dollar, because the Fed is discussing already, the dollar is getting weaker, the euro is getting stronger. So I'm telling to you, the US dollar strength has come to an end. We're going to have NFP today, and I think it will be lower than expected. Okay. So now, touch basing on the NFP, the unemployment rate is expected to be at 3.7, same as the previous one. The non-farmer payroll is expected to come at 198,000 from 353,000 from January. And the average hourly earnings expected to come at 4.4% from the previous of 4.5%. Remember guys, again, we need all of those three datas, NFP, unemployment rate, and average hourly earnings, to be good or to be bad, to have a huge impact on the market. One of them can't be good, one of them can't be bad, one of them can't be neutral. They need to all be the same, so then we have a huge impact on the US dollar. Looking at the manufacturing, the ISM manufacturing PMIs, kind of hard to believe that we will have some positive data there. Maybe the NFP comes to a little bit weaker than expected, unemployment rate comes a little bit lower than expected in terms of goods, and the and the average hourly earnings comes a little bit as expected or a little bit lower. All right, so what I'm looking is the unemployment rate coming a little bit lower than expected, so that would be good for the US dollar. But still, we are trading on a very hard market, all right? So use risk management. If you have any questions, guys, please leave it down in the comments. And don't forget to register for my next Tuesday webinar, 6 to 7 p.m. on Sydney time. And this is all from me. This is all from me today. I hope everyone have a wonderful weekend ahead. And remember, discipline is always the important thing when it comes to trading, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for another week, and I see you Monday. See you.